Let me make investment in agribusiness very simple for you, especially if you want to invest in agribusiness in Nigeria. So here are some of the most frequently asked questions that I have been asked as somebody who has been thriving in the agric business, and I also run an agric investment company. Here are the frequently asked questions that everybody is asking, and here are some of the answers. Number one, is it profitable? Is that even a question? Is agribusiness profitable? Agriculture is one of the basic need of man. So if you are, food is one of the basic need of man, and agriculture caters to food. So what are we saying? Agribusiness is very, very profitable, especially when you invest in the most lucrative areas, right? Because there are some areas that make a lot of money, but there are some aspects of agriculture that just makes you enough to get by. We're going to talk about that in other videos. If you're interested in that, let me also know in the comment section. But if not, let's continue. How to know a legit agric investor or agric investments to, work or to do. Now, there are a few things that I have made videos about, but here are some few things you should look out for. Let the person know exactly what he or she is doing or saying. Do you understand? Let the person exude a level of knowledge in the craft that the person is doing. Number two is let the person have track record. Make sure that you have seen the person's growth over time, seen testimonies, seen reviews, and all that before you invest, because nobody will come and tell you I'm a scammer, but they are very plenty on the street. Now, what to invest in? A lot of people are just saying, what do I invest in? What do I not like? You can invest in farming, you can invest in poultry, livestock, you can invest in, you know, gardening. Yes, a lot of people are planting in their houses right now. Hunger is nobody's age mate. So people are planting in their houses, people are doing all of these things. It's a good way to invest as well. So yep, planting in your house, gardening, getting plantations for fruits, for vegetables, doing storage, supplying of fertilizers. All of these places are very profitable. Okay, another very frequently asked question is types of measurements. How do they measure grains or things in Nigeria? Now, measurements vary from state to state, from market to market. Let me explain. The measurement that happens in the northeast is different from the measurement that happens in the northwest, different from the measurement that happens in the north central, different from the measurement that happens in the south. I've never gone to the market like that in the south, but I know that you guys use derica, you guys use paint rubber and all that. Here in the north, we use mudu, we use tia as measurement and tins. Okay, so um our tin tomato is that milk container that we use, while in the south they use derica, tin tomato, all of that. Here we use mudu and tia and tin gongoni, and they call it, there's even shakade. Don't worry, I'm not about to confuse you, but there are different types of measurements. So measurements vary from market to market and from region to region. You can be amazed that in the same state, one market would be measuring in mudu while the next market will be measuring in tia. Different, like, yeah, I cut across differently. So yeah, measurements, you need to understand measurements before you even go into agriculture, because they'll tell you, oh, it is one bag. Meanwhile, the one bag is equivalent to quarter bag in your location. So you need to understand measurements for you to invest in agriculture. Another thing is, what are the types of bags? Oh God, there are different types of bags. There's Waisa Kanoma, there is this one, there are different types, right? So um like, just like measurement, bags differ. There are bigger bags, there are smaller bags, even within the same locality. I'm going to use an example of the last one I did, Egusi. So recently, an investor called me to say, oh, and why is it that I see on Facebook they sell the same Egusi you are saying you are selling for cheaper? I said, she now said, but the bags are smaller. I said, you've answered the question already. The bags are smaller compared to the bags that me, I sell. Okay, so the bags can differ from village to village. Maraba Odege, which is like a very big place where egusi is being farmed. Maraba Odege has smaller bags compared to Nasarawa, but they're all in Nasarawa state. Do you understand? So the bags they sell in Odege is different from the bag that you find in Nasarawa and Toto market. Do you understand? So yeah, and then the bags they sell in Sokoto is different from the bags that they will sell in Katsina, different from the bags that they will sell in Maiduguri, different from the bags that they will sell in Kogi and Middle Belt or North Central. So same way measurement varies, that's the same way bags also vary. Another question I always get asked is, when do I invest? Now, it depends on what you want to invest in. So there's no specific time to invest, but mostly people invest when it's harvest time, and harvest time starts from August to January, sometimes even February if the grains are surplus. So egusi comes out in August, July. You can find maize from September, October, November, December, January, February. You can find beans from November, December, January, February. You can find ginger within November, December, January. You can find pepper between October, November, December, January, sometimes even February. You can find soya beans around November, December, January as well. So the harvest season, especially for those who want to go into storage, that's like when to look out to invest. But for those who want to go into normal plantation, you can even do irrigation farming. All of these things are very different. So it depends on what you want to do. That is that will not be that will determine when is a good time or when the right time is to invest. Can I invest in Nigeria with the rate of scammers? My darling, I feel you, but here are a few things to look out for. Like I mentioned earlier, look out for legit people, people who have pedigree, people who have track record. Another thing that I would tell you to look out for in investing in Nigeria is, make sure that the person or the company you are trying to invest in is registered. That is not to say that they are not registered companies that scam people, or make sure that it's registered. Another thing that would help you know how to invest in Nigeria is equipping yourself with the right knowledge so that you can be able to know what's wrong and what's right and when and how and all of that. You need to immerse yourself in knowledge. You need to be able to make inquiries. You need to be able to travel, because some of these things are not found within your locality. You would have to be able to travel to locate those things. So, yeah, that's how to invest in Nigeria. If you need more on how to invest in Nigeria as well, I can break it down, but we're answering a lot of questions today. So let's move on to the next one. Um, what's the most lucrative agric business that you can find in Nigeria? There are a lot of lucrative agric businesses in Nigeria, from planting to selling of seeds, selling of fertilizer, selling of herbicides, farm management, selling of tractors, maintaining tractors, supplying tractors, renting out land, sourcing out land. This is just for farming. I'm not even talking about horticulture. I'm not talking about livestock. Livestock, you can start to sell day old chickens. You can learn to brood, you can learn to hash fishes. All of these things are various areas that are very lucrative. It depends on your strategy, right? One thing I would say about agriculture is, depending on the lens you look at it from and the level you are willing to go, you know in your determination in the business, that would it to keep opening up for you. Do you understand? So you put in one leg, before you know it, you are here, and then you are here. And sometimes it's okay to just relax and just feel like, this one is not working for me. Let me switch, right? Because based on people's experiences, based on people's experiences, what people say, how people share, all of those things you learn, and then there are a lot of lucrative businesses in agriculture. To be honest, it just depends on how far you're willing to go. Another question I'm frequently asked is, am I a scammer? Of course, I'm not a scammer, but even if I'm a scammer, I would like to say I'm a scammer. But my work speaks for itself. People who have invested in my business, they know they are here. If I've ever scammed you, please say in the comment section. I openly can say that because I've never scammed anybody. Right. So if I've ever scammed you, let me know in the comment section. But if you have been investing in my agri business for 3 years, please also encourage other people in the comment section, because some of you just relax in the agri community. I am not even watching more videos. Please make sure that you watch videos to understand. Yep, I have an agri investment community where I help people invest in agri business in Nigeria, whether they're inside Nigeria, outside of Nigeria, anywhere you are in the world, so long as you can send funds to Nigeria and we can be able to send money back to you. That's all that you need. Registration is 100,000 naira. There's a free Telegram course waiting for you to equip you on the basic knowledge that you need to know about agri business. and also um, follow up consultations for free, and then daily interactions, sharing of investment opportunities, all of that. So that's what the Agri community offers. We sell, basically right now we are just into storage. So we buy for you, we sell for you, and give you your profit and take 10% of your profit as well. So yeah, that's what we do for people, and we have been legit for 3 years. I can say it's my chest without batting an eyelid. If you easy runner, um how long does it take, like the duration to invest in agribusiness? Now, some grains would require a lot more time than others. Meanwhile, there are other people who do agribusiness solely for the short-term profit. Let me explain. Say for instance, I buy egusi for like 60,000 and I'm able to get like 100 bags for 60,000. Eventually, that's 6 million, right? Eventually, maybe after 2 market days, and I realize that egusi is now 100,000. I'll just sell everything and now carry the money and put inside maybe corn, right? So there are short term investors, and then there are others who keep it for the long term and all that. So duration is different, but for those who are into storage, and most times these questions are actually for people who want to do storage. Now, when you want to do this type of business, duration is usually dependent on how profitable the market is. For instance, we usually buy pepper in December and we sell in June, July. We buy beans and maize and soya beans around November, December, sometimes October, January, and we sell around May, June, July, August, sometimes even September. Another time, other ones that, okay, like egusi we buy in January, if we buy in August, and then we sell mostly in April, May when the weather is hot. So yeah, that's those are some of the questions that have been asked. If you want more questions, want part two of this video, please drop your questions in the comment section, and I'll be more than glad to answer your question. Do not forget, I run a legit agri business. If you're interested, hit me up. If not, you can just stay and watch us grow and make more money. I'm determined to make money from the scratch in this country. It hasn't been easy. I have been sharing openly here my struggles, but we shall overcome. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.